Hey, what's up, everybody? BDF 44 coming at you with another video. So I figured I'd do a therapy session since I haven't done one in over 2 weeks or so, about a week and a half. And I would love to get everybody caught up on what's been going on, but it hasn't been a whole lot to share. If anything, I've just been reacting to everything that's going on with the world. Of course, I want to send prayers out to Ukraine and everyone on the defensive side of that, and also everyone in Russia who is unfortunately torn. I know there have been a lot of people arrested today in protest of that war, and I acknowledge you as well. At the end of the day, I'm all for peace, and I'm very saddened by what's going on there. So, if anything, that's the way I'd start this one. I'm just saddened by what I'm seeing, the affairs in the world. Um, you know, as far as myself, I just been thinking about being quiet. I've been on here sharing a lot and doing a lot of letting myself freely speak, talking about everything and everyone. But, I got to a point where I just wanted to, after things started to settle down, my family helped me out. I just kind of settled into the understanding that, it's time to refocus. Um, and I hadn't been prepared to do that. I hadn't been prepared to refocus. I've been prepared to continue doing business as usual. And so that worry continues in terms of my mind. And, been holding my shares, trying my very best to just keep my mind off of the entire process that this has been taking us on, the roller coaster that this war and the news that it's taking us on. Today was a great day for AMC. And that's ultimately what it is. From day to day to day, it's either a great day or a sea of red days. So you take them where you can get them. But at the end of the day, truth of the matter is, I'm just happy to have made it this far. You know what I mean? This has been a long battle for that particular thing. So I'm holding strong, and that's not going to change. As far as everything else, well, I mean, for myself, I can't say things have been bad. I've just been kind of more the same, doing my thing. Knocked out a lot of art pieces. Hasn't been a whole lot of music, so I haven't really, been messing around with playlists as of yet. But something comes out tonight, so if it's dope, I'll be inspired. But I've only made like one this week. Just haven't really been doing much of that. Yeah, man, just kind of readjusting my life to just not being as desperate for money as I had been, and being as depressed and as sad because of it, readjusting to make sure that I'm doing right with what it was that I was given. And, at the same time, be honest with myself about how far away I am from being where I need to be and what would be my best self, I guess you could say. So the process continues. The work has to be done. And, I'm ready to reemerge, basically, as far as this channel's concerned. I felt like I'd taken some time off. I dipped my head in, talk about All-Star here and there. I talk about a little bit of basketball stuff, but other than that, I just hadn't really wanted to be, talk. And the Lakers have been off this entire time, so it hasn't brought me to this channel, to do what it is that I do there. So I've just enjoyed the hiatus. I haven't wanted to really say anything, so I haven't. But at the same time, I also want to get back in the thrill of it, because basketball is back tomorrow. So, and not only that, but I just need to continue this process. This therapy session thing has been good, but to be honest with you, I just haven't really wanted to tell my story. After that particular situation ended, I just kind of wanted to not speak. And, I kind of was tugging at myself because I felt the obligation to keep this process going for not only my betterment of my health, but for the betterment of the channel, for those who are interested in what's happening. But it just gets to a point where it's like, okay, how much do I share after things get better? What do I say into the camera when I'm just settled into my comfort zone and the days are just going by? I mean, I think that's what it is. The days are just going by. And while I'm not working on this channel as much in that time span. I had been doing a hell of a lot of art, so I can't complain about the creative aspect of my life. And I'd been working out and exercising a little more. So those type of things, I've been preoccupying my time with creative things. But, just take a little time off from here. It didn't hurt. Recalibrate. I've been focusing a lot on what's going on in the stock market as well as this war situation. So it's kind of where my head has been lately, just following that and the crypto and everything else. So, I can say that I haven't been desperate for good times as I was when I was making these regularly 3 weeks ago. That help from my family really put me in a position to be able to get what I needed. And, that's ultimately what I'm thankful for. So that's what I can say. Just big thanks to my family. That's what I got, man. This is not a very long therapy session. Usually there's a lot to say. But just know that I'm still here, still holding on, still looking forward to giving you that basketball stuff, and looking forward to having more to speak about other than war and sadness, because that's what the world is providing us, it seems. And a lot of it's just corruption. We know the war is just it's honestly just ridiculous, really. I got my different things about what I think is really going on here, but the bottom line is people are losing their lives, and I just feel like this is primitive. We keep going through this. We see the same story over and over again. People with a lot of power who've been voted or not voted, ushered into power somehow, making these decisions and taking it upon themselves to sell us whatever narrative it is that they're selling us while they do what it is that they intend to do. I'm over that type of mentality. I'm over that type of ruling. If we can't agree upon what's being done as a nation, then chances are it shouldn't be done. Now, we can't vote on everything, but the people in power who just take it upon themselves to go to war, take it upon themselves to just invade, take it upon themselves to do whatever it is, I just don't think that's a way forward for the world. Not just for my own country, but just for the world. Is this how we want to continue moving forward, making those same mistakes that cost people millions of lives? I just don't think it's necessary for us to be trying to fight over territory when there's so much else going on, like beyond just your territory. I mean, you see what Elon's doing? Can't you see where the world is headed? We're going out. Like, your little territory on this planet and how you move your little space, that it's going to be obsolete if science takes us where we're trying to go. So to me, it just seems like it's time to grow up. It's time to evolve. It's time for our practices and the way we handle things to evolve. I think most of the world is headed there, but we still have some people in place in these various countries, in these various situations, with these positions of power, who want to continue doing things as they were done when times were much more difficult, when times were much more complicated, when communication was much less prevalent. So for me, I think we could be better. I think we're looking at the situation saying it's ridiculous. A lot of people believe it's a smokescreen for something sinister. And I'm inclined to believe that too, based on what it is I've been dealing with for the last year or so with AMC. It allows you to understand that there is something else going on that's going to cost a lot more money than they're telling you. And the circumstance surrounding that would make it so that there's a lot of people who would be in debt if this situation goes as it's going, who may be inclined to try to find ways of getting massive amounts of money or big deals that they can turn into massive amounts of money to help supplement this and other debted situations that just happen to be credited to these various nations that appear to be in cahoots with one another behind the scenes based on how they trade in their financial markets. These things, when you start understanding that the financial market is compromised, then you understand why people go through such desperate, ridiculous things to try to get money, whether it be in your local, situation or on high. in situations such as these. You're just seeing desperate attempts at getting money. That's what I hear and see when I see this war. So, that's what I think of it. And I'm annoyed by it. I think it's primitive. I think I'm sitting here watching two cavemen fight over their sticks and who gets to share in the fire. That's what it looks like to me. And, I just hope that we can get to a point where we're not allowing people who would dare use these things, these fear tactics and how these narratives are presented to us. I just hope we can get to a point where we're so far away from accepting that way of doing things that we can rid ourselves of this behavior. That's what I'm hopeful for. I understand the world is complex. I understand that not everybody's communicating, not everybody's online, but I think we've gotten to a point where we can clearly see there's enough pockets of sanity in each and every nation at this point. You can see the uprising everywhere. You can't just do horrible things to human beings and think that other human beings are going to sit there and be silent. And that's the hope that I have, that each and every place has that pocket of people that we can root for and work with and protect. And that's what it's about. All this tribalism and all that other stuff, that's the ways of the past. That's over with. Where you stand don't even matter. That's what the beauty of the circumstances we have going on are about. We could be a united people without the distance and the borders and the cultures separating us anymore. So why must we want to take each other's land? I don't even think it's necessary. That's not even where we're headed. So that's what I wanted to give it, man. That's what I wanted to say. My name is BDF 44. That's my therapy session. I appreciate y'all for watching. I'm out.